As promised, in studio, looking like a Christmas light himself, wearing bright green and oh so warm, Dan Coleman with Dakota Property Services. Welcome back to the studio, man. How are you?
Good, man. I'm doing great.
And you stopped by Hatch Realty earlier this week. You picked up a pie, and when I saw you this morning, I said, "How was the pie?" And what did you tell me?
I'm actually gifting it to somebody else.
Regifting a pie is could be a little bit tongue in cheek, but instead you're just doing some good and giving some pie away to somebody else, right?
Right, not because I didn't want it, just because. You
know. Dan, people who maybe didn't catch your show a few weeks ago, walk us through who you are, what you do.
I am owner-operator at Dakota Property Services. We do property maintenance, lawn care, Christmas lights, tree trimming, you name it. We pretty much so do it. We like to make sure we provide quality service, and so my name moves on.
Dan, you're the spouse I've always wanted. You know, like I'm not kidding. Like, I married a woman who is super talented, super smart, and even handier than I am, because I'm the guy you look in my toolbox and it's my checkbook. I have no other value to offer this world when it comes to being handy. But you're different. Where'd you learn all this stuff, man?
My father taught me a lot of it. Just from growing up, I was always hands-on. He let me make mistakes, let me learn. Here I am now. So.
You know what happens, and it's amazing. I've been in real estate now full time for about a decade, and we get calls almost daily. And here's what people say is like, "I need a guy," or "I need a gal." Like I need somebody. I in fact bought a domain years ago. I don't even know if I own it anymore. Those of you that are domain hoppers, you may go and just buy this and say like, "Got you, Erik." But I bought hatchknowsaguy.com because people call me all the time and they're like, "Hey, do you know a guy that could help me out with this?" You're the guy that helps out with this, right? Or almost all those things.
Yep.
What is your favorite thing to do? Because you're obviously outdoors a lot. You're working with your hands a lot. What's your passion?
It's tough to say. I like, honestly, I like putting smiles on people's faces.
Wow.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific service. I like it when I get a text message or somebody posts on Facebook a comment and they say how happy they are with the service they got. So,
well, I think that people always have the right intentions, and then it's usually like the wrong delivery. I'll give you an example. Like, you order something from IKEA, or you order something that you put together, and everybody's like, "I'm going to love doing this project and putting it together." And 20 minutes into it, you are swearing and you are throwing things and you're frustrated and your back hurts and all that. Having somebody like you to come in and to help with trees and snow removal and putting up Christmas lights and everything else, that brings such value. Help me understand how you came to be with this. How'd you end up being an entrepreneur?
Let's see. I took the F5 entrepreneur class through F5 Project and Adam Martin. That taught me quite a bit. I almost think it's something you're born with. You got that thing in your brain that tells you that there's more, that you can achieve more, that you can do more. And this has given me the opportunity to be my own man and give back to the community at the same time.
That's so cool. And you're doing work not only in Fargo, but you're also in Grand Forks. Is that right?
Yes, kind of fell into the thing in Grand Forks, but the work was there, and we installed, I think there was 13 or 14 total houses with Christmas lights.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we're going to talk two things here as the main crux of our conversation. The first is Christmas lights. Why in the world did you start saying, "I want to hang up people's Christmas lights"? Is it because everybody's like me and they shouldn't be on a ladder in the first place?
That's part of it. The other part was, you got to make sure Santa can see the houses.
Yeah, man.
So you get the kids out there while you're hanging the lights, and they're just, especially when you get to the last house of the day and it's in the evening and the kids come out to see the lights light up, it's priceless.
I'd imagine that your Christmas lights don't look like the Christmas lights that I would hang myself, meaning that there's awkward spaces and long extension cords and then a bunch of lights all in one spot. Like, you're spacing them out and everything looks like it's super professional, right?
Yes, that's because it definitely is. They're commercial grade quality lights. We charge for the install, the takedown, and you get to keep the lights. The lights are cut for your house so that they end on the peaks. There's no lights in the valleys. It's a clean, crisp look.
I love that.
That Santa can definitely see.
I got to tell you, back when I was in college, Times were different back then, and I went as a cylindrical Christmas tree. Have you seen those Christmas trees that like stand in the middle of a yard, but they're like loops of lights held together by fish wire? So I went as a Christmas tree. So I had 300 lights on me, and then I added another 600 lights. And I wrapped myself, and I had a 100-foot extension cord and went to the bar. I got kicked out of the bar because it turns out I was a fire hazard. But I went with 900 Christmas lights as a Halloween costume. So I guess I'm asking you to decorate me. Is that a possibility?
I think I would pass that one off to my other crew.
Oh, that's great. Those of you tuning in, Dan Coleman with Dakota Property Services. Dan, do you still have time to squeeze people in for the rest of the season if they want to get Christmas lights up?
Yes, we have about a week of openings left. Call 701-339-2063, and I'll answer the phone and get you on the list.
Great. And again, Dakota Property Services is who we're talking to. You can find them on Facebook as well. Let's talk snow removal. The next week or so looks like there's no snow, but we know it's coming.
Right.
We know it's coming. What kind of services do you provide? And help us understand some of the cost breakdown, because I think that people think that snow removal is going to cost them tens of thousands of dollars.
Nope. So it's we have per time spots available. The average driveway is $45 a driveway, and it's charged on a per scale. 2 to 6 inches is a price, and 6 to 12 inches is a price. It saves you a lot of time. It's the removing snow can be dangerous. Slip and fall. You just call me. And make it easy.
And then there's, of course, what the city plows are leaving at the end of your driveway, or that a lot of people can't get over, right? It's crazy to me to think that if you get a 6-inch snowfall, that somebody has even a snowblower or a shovel and can tackle it themselves. Frankly, it's dangerous to their health, isn't it?
If you slip and fall, or if like me, I even got to be careful to make sure I don't get hurt, because you got to provide for your family, and a lot of times people just don't want to bear the cold. It's cold out there. We show up looking like abominable snowmen. So,
well, it's interesting. If you have to get to work by 7:30 or 8, and you see that there's a big snowfall the night before, or it's still happening that morning, you're looking at, for an average driveway, if you have a snowblower, that's still an hour and a half or 2 hour long project, isn't it? For you guys, it's 15 or 20 minutes with the right equipment. But for somebody who is a do-it-yourselfer, that's a couple hours of work, isn't it?
Right. That could definitely make you late for work. We have an early bird list that I call it, and we make sure everybody on that list is cleared by 6 a.m.
Am I on that list? Put me on that list, Dan.
Yeah, yes, yep.
Okay.
I believe you're already on that list.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You are a dirty, dirty liar.
I'll have to check with Joanna and see what she's got going. She's my list right there. She takes care of that part.
I think about this. I always try to, in my head, say, is my time better spent doing something where I can go, let's say I can make $25 an hour at my job, but I know it's going to take me 2 hours to remove that snow. That's $50. And if it's $45 to hire you out, aren't I better reinvesting that 2 hours of my time back into something where I can make $50 and pay you $45? You know what I mean? Like the math for me is pretty simple, that snow removal is accessible and easy, and people can call you like on a one-time basis, like, hey man, we got dumped on, and maybe they're not going to be the 6 a.m. removal, but you'll get to them that day or the next day, right?
Of course, as soon as possible.
How many trucks are you running now? How many blades and plows?
I have 2 trucks. One has a V plow on the front and a pull plow, which is new around here. I haven't seen anybody with a pull plow, so that's going to be a game changer. And my other truck is set up for snow blowing and sidewalks.
I love it. Well, Mr. Plow, that's your name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Dan, great having. If you don't get that Simpsons reference, then I guess we're not going to be friends. But Dan, great having you in studio again. Find Dakota Property Services on Facebook, or that phone number one more time.
701-339-2063.
Dan, thanks so much, folks. We're going to go to break, but in the meantime, go to hatchrealty.com and start browsing for your next property. This is Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch.